Hello everyone. Today I want to show you the vocabularies of Unit 3, Community Service, Grade 7. Okay, now we start. First you look at the picture and listen.
Blanket, blanket,
Blanket,
blanket,
blanket. This means young. You look at example. They wrapped the baby in a blanket. Or volunteers have given out food and blankets to homeless people. Okay, so blankets, cái chăn, cái mền. We go on. Now listen.
charitable, charitable, charitable,
Charitable, charitable,
charitable, charitable,
charitable is the adjective. The meanings từ thiện. For example, have you volunteered time to a charitable organization? Or Bill Gates is famous for his charitable work. Charitable, charitable từ thiện.
charitable,
Charitable từ thiện. Okay, go on. Okay, you look at the picture and listen.
clean up, clean up, clean up,
Clean up. Clean up is the noun and a verb. So, the meanings dọn sạch. For example, adults and children can volunteer to clean up their neighborhood. Last year, they started a clean-up project on every Sunday. Say so.
clean up,
Clean up. Clean up, dọn sạch is a noun and a verb. Go on. Now listen.
community service, community service,
Community service.
community service,
Community service. The meanings công việc vì lợi ích cộng đồng. For example, community service is the work you do for the benefit of the communities. Last month, our school organized community service activities for the students to take part. Again,
community service,
community service, công việc vì lợi ích cộng đồng. Go on. You look at the picture and listen.
disabled people, disabled people,
Disabled people,
disabled people,
disabled people. Look at the picture and you note the meanings is người tàn tật.
disabled people,
Disabled people. Okay, so you look at example. We need some volunteer to help the disabled people in our communities. All the disabled people have a lot of difficulty in their life. So I think we should do something to help them. So,
disabled people,
disabled people, người tàn tật. Disabled people,
disabled people,
người tàn tật. Okay, we go on. Look at the picture and listen.
donate, donate, donate,
Donate, donate.
donate,
Okay. Look at the picture.
donate,
Okay, so
Donate.
Donate is a verb. Hiến tặng hay là đóng góp. For example, why do you want to donate blood? Or we will ask people to donate books and clothes to the children. So, donate is a verb. Hiến tặng, đóng góp. So we go on. Look at the picture. Look at the picture and listen.
Elderly people. Elderly people.
Elderly people. Elderly people là người cao tuổi. Okay. So for example, talking to elderly people at a nursing home is one of the volunteer activities teenagers in the United States do. Or we should help the homeless, the elderly people, and street children. So again,
Elderly people.
Elderly people, người cao tuổi. We go on. You look at the picture and listen.
Graffiti. Graffiti. Graffiti.
Graffiti. Graffiti.
Graffiti.
Okay. Graffitis.
Graffiti.
Graffitis is a noun. The meaning hình hoặc chữ vẽ trên tường công cộng, nhưng mà thường là không được phép. Không được phép. So for example, over 100 volunteers are going to paint murals over unwanted graffitis on the walls in the city. Or someone had painted graffitis on the walls of the subway and made it look dirty and ugly. So, graffiti là hình, chữ vẽ trên tường công cộng, thường là không được phép. Go on. Look at the picture and listen.
Homeless people. Homeless people. Homeless people.
Homeless people. Homeless people. Homeless people. Người vô gia cư. You look at example. We will ask people to give away warm clothes to homeless people in the city. Or the homeless people don't have a home or really need our help. So,
homeless people.
Homeless people, người vô gia cư. Okay, go on. Listen.
Make a difference. Make a difference. Make a difference.
Make a difference. Làm thay đổi. Thay đổi đây là cho tốt đẹp hơn. For example, how do you think the community garden project make a difference? Or, I do volunteer work because I can make a difference in our community. Okay.
Make a difference.
Make a difference. Làm cho thay đổi theo chiều hướng tốt đẹp hơn. Okay, go on. Listen.
Mentor. Mentor.
Mentor.
Mentor.
Mentor. Thầy hướng dẫn. Mentor. Thầy hướng dẫn. For example, I've worked as a volunteer mentor to teach young kids for nearly 1 year. Or after retiring, he became a mentor for the children from poor families in my neighborhood. So again,
mentor.
Mentor, thầy hướng dẫn. Go on. Look at the picture and listen.
Mural. Mural.
Mural.
Mural.
Mural.
Mural.
Mural. Look at.
Mural.
Mural. Murals meaning tranh khổ lớn, vẽ trên tường, thường là được phép. Thường là được phép. Murals. For example, over 100 volunteers are going to paint murals over unwanted graffitis on the walls in the city. Or the artist worked with many volunteers to make a colorful murals along the walls on the Red River. So, murals, tranh khổ lớn, vẽ trên tường, nhưng mà thường là được phép. Go on. Listen.
Non-profit organization. Non-profit organization.
Non-profit organization.
Non-profit organization.
Non-profit organization. Tổ chức phi lợi nhuận. So you look at example. We are working for a non-profit organization that protects the environment. A non-profit organization or groups with charitable purpose provide different services for community benefits. So again,
non-profit organization.
Non-profit organization, tổ chức phi lợi nhuận. Go on. Look at the picture and listen.
Nursing home. Nursing home.
Nursing home. Nhà dưỡng lão. For example, talking to elderly people at a nursing home is one of the volunteer activities teenagers in the United States do. Or I volunteered at a nursing home to help the elderly people. Oh.
Nursing home.
Nursing home. Nhà dưỡng lão. Go on. Listen.
Shelter. Shelter.
Shelter.
Shelter.
Shelter.
Shelter.
Shelter is the noun. Mái ấm, nhà tình thương, nhà cứu trợ. For example, although she didn't have a lot of money, she donated her money to help to build shelters for the poor. Or last weekend, about 10 people volunteered to cook and serve food at a shelter for the homeless people in our community. So,
shelter.
Shelter là mái ấm, nhà tình thương là nhà cứu trợ. Okay. Go on. Look at the picture and listen.
Street children. Street children. Street children.
Street children.
Street children.
Street children. Trẻ lang thang hay trẻ đường phố. For example, we can organize evening classes for street children. Or let's help the street children because they are not as lucky as we are.
Street children.
Street children. Trẻ em đường phố. Go on. Listen.
To be forced. To be forced.
To be forced.
To be forced.
To be forced. Bị ép buộc. For example, Americans volunteer because they enjoy it, not because they are forced or paid to do it. Or you are not forced to do anything if you don't want.
To be forced.
To be forced. Bị ép buộc. Go on. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. And listen.
Traffic jam. Traffic jam. Traffic jam.
Traffic jam. Traffic jams, ùn tắc giao thông. For example, traffic jams are a big problem for our community. We can reduce traffic jams by using public transport. So,
Traffic jam.
traffic jams, ùn tắc giao thông. Okay, go on. Look at the picture and listen.
Tutor, 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 tutor.
Tutor. So, look at the picture and you get the meaning. Tutor, thầy dạy kèm hay là dạy kèm. It is a noun or a verb. For example, do you want to tutor the younger children once a week? Or I spent 2 months being a tutor for a group of primary students in my areas last summer. A tutor.
Tutor.
Tutor is a noun and a verb meaning thầy dạy kèm or dạy kèm. Okay. Next. Look at the picture and listen.
Volunteer, volunteer,
Volunteer.
volunteer.
Volunteer. Look at the picture.
Volunteer.
Volunteers, người tình nguyện hay là đi tình nguyện. It is a noun and a verb. For example, I'm a volunteer teacher, or I volunteered because it makes a difference in our communities. So,
Volunteer.
volunteers, người tình nguyện hay là đi tình nguyện. Okay, thank you, goodbye, and see you next time.